Alright, hey guys, this is my video on factoring by grouping when A does not equal 1. So I hope you watched the last video on factoring by grouping when A does equal 1, because this is very similar, and I think this is going to be a much shorter video, and it's just going to be covering a problem where A is not equal to 1, which is very similar to when A is equal to 1. But if you haven't watched that, I would recommend going out back and watching that one first, but let's get right into this one. So just like on the last one, I always like to start by separating my groups by parentheses. So it's always going to be the first two and the last two, the 5x cubed minus 2x squared, and then 25x minus 10. So those are our two groups for grouping. And just like the last one, you're going to handle them each individually. So on the left, we have 5x cubed minus 2x squared. So we're going to want to take something out of that. And once you get good enough, you should be able to just look at it and tell you can take out an x squared. Because 2 and 5 don't go together. Like 2 doesn't go into 5, so you can't take anything out just based on the numbers. But the x squared, there's an x squared within x cubed, and there's an x squared within x squared, obviously. So once you take out the x squared, you're left with, on the left, 5x, and then on the right, minus 2. So that's just separating the x squared from the rest of it. And then on this right side, 25x minus 10. So again, once you get good enough, you should be able to just think about it. What goes into 25 and what goes into 10? Well, 5. 5 is the highest number that goes into both of those numbers, into 25 and into 10. So if you take out a 5 out of those, what are you left with? It should be 5x minus 2, because 5 times 5x is 25x. So what we just did was like that 5 times 5x is how you get the 25x, and then the 5 times negative 2 is how you get the negative 10. So that's just a quick explanation of how I did that. So then on the next step, just like the last problem, you're going to make your parentheses again, because this is what we're trying to get it to something like this. That's our final answer, is going to be two binomials multiplied. So you're going to take what's on the outside of the parentheses, x squared plus 5, and then 5x minus 2. So where I got that from, the x squared plus 5 is you take the x squared right there and the plus 5. Just remember that whatever's on the outside of the parentheses is going to go together. And then on the right, I got the 5x minus 2 from those two things right there. So remember, there will only be one. So when you simplify it down, there will only be one f of 5x minus 2. And then that's your final answer. That's all you have to do. X squared plus 5, and then 5x minus 2. Now that I'm thinking about it, there's almost nothing different from when you factor by grouping and A is 1. So it's just going to be a little bit more complicated. But just know that you should always be able to take something out of your original groups, and it should always be the same in the parentheses. If it's not the same in the parentheses, then you can't factor by grouping. You can't put that together like I just did. So I guess that's all we got to do for this video. My email is jg55629 if you want to ask any questions. So that's all. See you guys later.